Hello, we are in-house plumbing company where serving you is our business. We service the following areas of Texas: Plano, Richardson, Garland, Dallas, and surrounding cities. We specialize in cast iron sewer pipe replacement. Today, I want to talk about determining the integrity or condition of the cast iron sewer pipe currently under your home's foundation. We get calls all the time asking us if we can run a sewer camera and determine the integrity of that cast iron pipe. The short answer is no, we cannot. It's a horrible idea, and we are going to show you why here in this video. The truth of the matter is cast iron pipe was designed to last 50 years. The overwhelming majority of the cast iron still present in homes today have already reached or are coming real close to reaching that lifespan. The last cast iron installed in DFW was about 1986. However, most cities had already previously done away with allowing new cast iron pipe to be installed back to as early as 1975. We have seen 20-year-old pipe that the bottom was completely rotted and rusted away, rendering that pipe no good at all. And we will show you a picture of that in a minute. Although we have also seen pipe that was 50 years old and okay, the truth is it is going bad, and there is no doubt it will have to be replaced at some point. With that in mind, we made a decision in 2019 or so that we were no longer going to spot repair or just fix one or more leaks in cast iron anymore. Since that decision, our company will only replace under slab cast iron sewer pipe. When we would go in and try to repair cast iron pipe, we were finding the pipe would be brittle and many times would crumble with just the touch of someone's hand. After spending the time and money to try to repair the pipe, we ended up having to replace the pipe anyway on many occasions, costing the homeowner more money than if they just would have replaced it in the first place. In the situation where we got out with just a repair, in other words, we finished and we just made a repair, many times it took more to repair the pipe than we thought before the job was started. And the bottom line is, whatever you repair today on a spot repair, you're going to replace later, making it a total waste of time and money. It just does not make sense to repair cast iron pipe in DFW today. Let's take a second to make sure you understand the difference between repair and replacement. Let's say you have 60 feet of pipe under your home's foundation. A repair would be to fix one or more spots by replacing 1 to 3 feet of pipe at each spot that is a problem. A replacement would be to replace all 60 feet of pipe. You should also know that many times there are multiple options as to how the pipe can be replaced. We prefer to reroute the sewer pipes if possible when replacing them, which in a normal situation saves tunneling, which is the most expensive part of cast iron sewer pipe replacement under slab foundations, and it trades that tunneling for trench in the yard. Rerouting could save you a significant amount of money and is always the best option if possible. However, remember, not all houses can be rerouted. Make sure to ask if rerouting is an option and hire someone who has your best interest at heart, not theirs, when having your cast iron pipes replaced. With all of that in mind, what I want to show you is that a sewer camera goes into the actual pipe. So you would put a camera inside of this actual pipe. You can see that this cast iron is rusted. Okay, it's still, you would say, in good condition. Okay, it doesn't appear to have any cracks, breaks, or holes in it in this situation. Okay, but so it's rusted. Now look at the thickness, and that's what we really want you to see here. Look at the thickness of that pipe. If you put something on the inside of that pipe, are you going to be able to determine that? Remember, this is buried underground. You're not looking at it. How are you going to determine by putting a camera inside of that actual pipe what the thickness of that cast iron pipe is. Okay, it's rusted. It's been rusting since the minute they put it in the ground. Okay, so it doesn't matter what it looks like on the inside of the pipe. The only thing that matters is two things. Is it working properly? Working properly means that when you flush the toilets, run the sinks, the dishwashers, the washing machines, showers, tubs, all of the things inside the house that put sewer and water into the sewer line. When you do that, if the water and waste flows through the yard line or through the line underneath the house and in the yard, then it's working properly. Okay? So it's doing its job. That's great. The only other thing that matters is it leaking. Is there a crack, a break, or a hole in the sewer line that's creating a leak? Now, in our opinion, the only thing that matters with the leak is under the slab because it has a structure on top of it, so it's going to cause structural damage if there is a leak. What's in the yard does not have a structure on it. There's no reason to worry about that, okay, in our opinion. So the bottom line is, it doesn't matter what it looks like. It looks horrible. It's a sewer line. We crap in the thing, okay? And you've done that for years. People have done that for years. Who knows what's going down this actual line? It doesn't matter what it looks like. You'll never determine the integrity of the pipe, ever, by putting a camera into the sewer pipe, okay? What I can tell you about cast iron is bad, okay? If it's not bad yet, it's going bad, and it needs to be replaced, okay? That's just a plain and simple fact. One way to look at this is, if you were going to buy a house that had cast iron pipe, we would tell you don't buy it without knowing you have to replace it, okay? And you wouldn't buy it if you knew everything we know. You would not buy a house without knowing you have to replace it. Now look at this new pipe. This is brand new pipe basically. Okay, look at the thickness of that pipe. Now kind of compare this pipe to this pipe. There's a little bit less thickness here. Okay, but again, if this is barely thick at all, you're not going to know that. Remember, the other thing with sewer is you've got a lot of buildup on the inside of this pipe in a sewer situation. So most of the time you can't actually see the inside of the pipe anyway. You've got soap scum buildup, you've got sewer buildup, you've got all kinds of different situations that are just caked to the inside of that actual pipe, so you can't actually see it. There is no way to determine the integrity of the pipe by putting a camera inside the pipe. That brings up another good point that we can talk about at the same time. There is no way to determine there is a leak on a sewer system, okay, from a camera. It's not possible. You're putting something inside the pipe. A leak, by definition, is escaping from the pipe. Water exiting the pipe, leaving the pipe out here. How can you determine by putting something inside the pipe that water is escaping on the outside of the pipe? You can't. So it's a huge misconception that our industry has done to people. 95% at least of our industry tries to find leaks with a camera, tries to determine the integrity of the cast iron pipe with a camera. It is false. It is completely and totally junk science. Don't fall for it. Okay, now what I'm going to show you is, okay, this is pictures of cast iron that we actually took out from underneath the slab. Okay, now you can see this pipe is completely rotted away here, completely rotted away. You got a little bit of rot here, huge rot here. Okay, this is rot along the actual pipe. Okay, same situation in all of these, barely a little bit of rot here, all completely rotted out. There's a 1-inch gap in this pipe here. We've actually seen pipe literally where there was half the pipe was completely gone. Okay, so the bottom half. All right, the only thing that was left was the half moon situation of the top of the pipe. That's it. Okay, and you can see another piece of pipe here with deterioration as well. Some pieces more out than others. Okay, so this is what we end up finding. Every house is different on the situation. Now, let me say one other thing about cast iron pipe. The pipe that's in the walls, okay, is different than the pipe under the house, okay? And we're going to talk more about that in another video, so I won't go into it here, but just keep that in mind. The pipe that's under the house, in the dirt, etc., has water flowing through it, is different than the pipe that's in the walls for vent stacks or is vertical and the water is literally dropping down out of the pipe. Feel free to contact us today at 972-366-6597 should you have any questions or to schedule a free estimate and consultation for replacing your cast iron sewer pipe. Also, remember, Financing is available, and we look forward to serving you soon.